early today to get going, to see how far I can get, either Gascoyne Junction or Murchison. Bike's packed up, ready to go. Just going to start it, warm it up, and be on our way. And we have to take some gravel. Is the quickest way to get back out to the highway. The sun's a bit bright. So we're going up to the T road where I filled up with fuel a few days ago. That goes down to Parabadoo and then circles around to Tom Price. And it should be bitumen here, from here to the roadhouse, and then a little bit more. Couple of cows just sitting in the middle of the road. We've got to head left here, and the roadhouse must be down here somewhere. Oh yeah, 5 k's down. There's a place to pull over up here, which I think I will pull over and let my tyres down if there's some trees, because it's not that far until I pull off the road anyway. Here we go. So I think I'll let my tyres down here because I'll be in the shade. Okay.
See him on the road, nice fella too.
Talking to that lady. Everyone's your friend when you're on a motorbike. And she just told me about a guy that's on a push bike up here. You even get more friends when you ride up here on a push bike. Tower Road, so this is it. Okay, back on the gravel. Okay, so we have about 300 odd k's to go. 300 odd k's to go until Gascoyne Junction, and it's now, what is it now? 10:42 or something. So this is a lot like the Great Central Road out near Docker River, to be honest. Towards the centre, same sort of sand. It's a station up in there. This should be a river, and then we should go hard around to the left and right. Creek. Oh, no, it's a big river. So I kept on going down there, which is wrong. That's Carnarvon. I think I need to go this way. It says Mount Augustus, but that must be because Mount Augustus goes... Oh yeah, so you can go to Mount Augustus that way. We need to go to Woolwagon Pathway. So this is it for us, I think. Like I didn't go too far down there because it turns into a private access track, I think. So about 140 something to go to Gascoyne Junction. So there's a T-road just back there. I didn't realise it was a T-road. It didn't show a T-road on the map, but they must have changed it. Head to the left was to Mount Augustus. To the right is Gascoyne Junction. And there's the Kennedy Range will be on the right. That is another magnificent place to visit if you've never been there. I did the circumnavigation of it. If you've got a four-wheel drive, that's well worth doing. Probably takes you about maybe 2 nights, 3 nights, depending on how quick you want to go and how long you want to stop. Definitely. So I just had to put another battery in the GoPro, but I thought I'd pull up here. This is the gateway to the Mount Sandyman station, and if you go and do the Kennedy Range circuit, you actually come through the back of this station, open a gate, you come through past the homesteads just in there, and you come out here and head off down this road to Gascoyne Junction. Must be about 5 k's in or so. Sandy. Whoa. A lot sandy. Not too bad. Pretty sort of hard sand, not super soft. So there you go. So what this is this was once the sea floor and it was pushed up. There's all fossils, all shell fossils and fish fossils in those rocks. So that was once the sea floor, the top of that. Honeymoon is right. No shade. Okay, well, we'll turn off and I'll switch to the other camera. Whew. So that's a long ride so far, but we'll keep on going. There's a number of trails through here, but the main one's just this gorge. And if anyone's interested, I've four-wheel drive this whole circuit around here, which not many people have done. Most people just come to here. Just look in the channel down a maybe half, 3/4 of a year ago, and there's a Kennedy Range series there. Take a look at that. But we'll walk in and have a look at this gorge quickly, get the legs pumping again. And here it is. You'll see why it's called Honeycomb Gorge in a second. Oh, it's nice and cool. You see the water comes over there and we're laying down in here when it's raining. And that's why it's called Honeycomb Gorge, because of that rock formation. It stretches all the way around. There you go. Good place for a rest for a while. Okay, after a little bit of a rest in the cool here, it's nice and cool. We're going to head back out, and there's one place I'll call into. I'll explain when I get there, and we'll get fuel and get on our way. See how far we get. This is obviously comes down here, fills up here, and then there's a river heads out there, so there'll be quite a bit of water flowing down here when it's all going. Okay, let's go. So there's a quick look at Honeycomb Gorge, and I'll splice in some footage of when I was here last, just to show you a bit extra. It's a really good place to come and have a look at, especially if you've got a four-wheel drive, as I said earlier, and you can circumnavigate it over a couple of nights. Some really nice spots to see. So we're going to head out of here. There's one more spot that I think is really cool, and then we're in for fuel. Sandy, but good sand. Good sand to practice sand riding on. The most interesting stuff, besides the rocks and all that normal stuff, is that bull dust. Geez, when you hit that, yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. I've got a manoeuvre that I use when I go through there called the clacker manoeuvre. Secret manoeuvre that not many people know of to get you through bull dust. You basically line the bike up, pick your line, you bloody tighten up your clacker as hard as you can, and you just hang on. And that stops you shitting yourself if you're halfway through and something goes wrong. So there you go, there's a secret. So this road that I'm on here is a cobbled road. And the story is that when camel trains were the main form of road transport of goods, and trucks started to come in, the camel train drivers would start to take the hardest route they could, that the camels could get over but the trucks couldn't. And it sort of kept them in the market longer, because they'd go up hills and down creeks and the trucks would just get bogged. So the trucking industry got sick of that, so they decided that they would make an all-weather road, and they cobbled with stones thousands and thousands and thousands of miles of road like this. So the cobbles are missing from here, and it allowed them to basically run trucks anytime, summer, winter. And it was done in the Depression when work was scarce. And where can I get out? Where's the road over there? And so it's just running it's just running parallel to the main road, which is just here. Oh, where is it? Over there. This is all a bit soft. Yeah, so interesting story. I think that actually comes out on the road. Oh, here it is. Over here. I think if he kept on going on, it would come out on the road anyway. So there you go, that was the thing I was going to show you. And I'm expecting to run out of fuel anytime soon, because I'm already on reserve. I don't think I'll make it to town, there's a fair way to go. So yeah, bit of history. Okay, so I did 392, so 360 to 392. So now I've got to fill her up. $360 to $392. Okay, I've put 5 litres in. That should get us into town, and then I'll fill everything back up. So the Gascoyne River. Stop and take a pic. We've done 709 kilometres today. It's a big day. 303 to go, so we're going to have a 1000k day today, which is what I was sort of planning for today. There wasn't a lot of things to see along the way. We've just taken more pictures of the bike on the road, I guess. So it's just a matter of getting a few miles under the belt and getting further south, because I do have a time that I want to be home. I don't have to be home, but I just got a couple of work things that I'd like to be home for, even though technically I don't have to. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Yeah, that's why I only run about 18 pound, 20 pound in the front, and makes it a lot better on the gravel. Okay. Oh, well, that's interesting. People you come across on the side of the road, I'll catch up with him in at the Murchison settlement. He's just taking a life break and riding around randomly. What a cool thing to do. So about 180 k's out of Murchison settlement. Guy in a DR would be behind me somewhere. I'm doing about 100, just so I stepped it up a bit, so I just have to do less in the dark. So this is a good road. Only seen a few cars and trucks. So the sun is slowly getting to the horizon. We're racing the sun again. I don't know how far out it will be, maybe 100 and a bit k's. Probably about another hour. So it's probably going to be a bit of riding in the dark. So this bike does have spotlights. I fitted spotlights to it, so I don't like to use them very often if I can get away with it. Cows are all on this road, So we have to make sure there's none on both sides because they tend to run across to their friends. No fences in this part of the world, so they just use the road. Okay guys, so the sun is nearly down and I've just had to dodge a cow and a kangaroo. So I am taking it very easy. I'll show you the difference. The sun's not even down yet. I'll show you the difference of these spotlights. So that's spotlights on. That's high beam. That's low beam. High beam, spotlights on. I don't know if the GoPro's going to pick that up, but yeah, it's chalk and cheese. That kangaroo, I probably wouldn't have even seen it. Oh, can't see the ruts that well. Probably wouldn't have even seen it without the spotlights. I actually saw his dust that he was kicking up as he was jumping down the road further ahead in the spotlights. So we're just going to take it very easy. So I've dodged a couple of roos. Well, I haven't had to dodge them because I'm going. They hear me coming and you can see them up ahead. It's been the tactics at the start to just slow down, and everything seems to give you lots of time. So I am slowed right down. I'm not driving out in front of my lights that I can see. So far so good. I don't have far to go. Probably 60 k's or something. So probably take a little while at this speed, but as long as I get there. Okay guys, got to Murchison. Decided to stay in one of these shallows again because a bit of an arse puckering exercise that last 2 hours in the dark. Had one close encounter with a kangaroo, but by the time I saw him and he ran off the road and then back on and ran into the side, I sort of kicked him with my leg and got him out the way. So yeah, 2 hours of pure concentration. So you're going to just going to chill out in here and get going again in the morning. So we'll catch you then. Okay, we're at Murchison. Made it here last night. Lots of kangaroos. Brushed one, kicked it with my leg, was my first reaction. But yep, stayed upright. Bike uses a bit more fuel than I was expecting. It's probably got a blocked air cleaner again. The air cleaner's in a silly place on these things. Just seems to want to suck the dust right in there. Needs an intake on the front. And I've got the door off of it, but it makes no difference whether you put that on or off, it's exactly the same. So we'll get geared up and head off. So I'll just try and stop that reflection. I'll stop that, but I don't know if you can see there. That 1007 k's is what I did yesterday. What I've done so far is 3,413 kilometres. So today, if you can see that, we're going to go up this butcher's track to the Billabong Roadhouse and then down to Calvary. So that's the plan. Filled up with fuel at Murchison here. It is 7:30, so it's not super early. Just straighten up the GPS. So I had to stop to unjam the GoPro again. These things are hopeless. I would not recommend anybody buy GoPros if you're not already invested. The amount of times you've got to stop and take the bloody battery out and gin around with them. Like the form factor, like the features, like the stabilisation, but you're just unusable in this situation where you've got them on the helmet and you're sort of on a motorbike and you can't just grab it and pull the battery out. They should have an automatic battery eject or something. What's your nuts? So this road's become a little bit more of a track, even though the grader has been here. It's just got a little bit more like a track. I think it says go right here. I think we must go right and then left. Should head to the left sharply somewhere. So not far from the highway on this butcher's road, and then a short little well, it's actually longer than I think down. Oh no, short little just there. I don't know if you can see that, it's just there to the Billabong Roadhouse, where I'm going to stop and get a coffee and pump the tyres back up and probably put some fuel in so I don't have to worry about the jerrys. I must have got a phone signal because I heard a few texts come through, so I might just double check those before I turn. There's a bike behind me. Harley. Okay, so had a coffee and filled up with fuel here at the Billabong. Pumped the tyres up for the road. Murchison River, there it is there, bit of water in it. There's the old road down there, and there's a place where you can pull in there for, you can see it over there, for 24 hours or so and rest up. I think this might be our turn off here. So we're going to go down here. If I had taken the other road that I was thinking about, this is where it comes out, just here on the left. That's the other road that I would have taken, and that goes out, I think it's that one, to, where is it? Oh no, the other road's further down, sorry, not that one. And the other road actually goes past that four-wheel drive Murchison Adventure Park. Four-wheel drive Adventure Park was in there when it was going. You basically drive right through the middle of that, past the homestead. So in here on the right was old lead mines. There's some little tracks in there. There's still some, well, I won't go in there this time, I've been there a few times. There's some tracks in there. There's just little bits and pieces left, some old stone buildings. Bits of the mine, or bits of the mine gear. Not a lot there. So the chimney from the old lead smelter is up on the left here. Probably start to see it soon. Oh, there it is. See it up there. So buried into that hill was the lead smelter, and there's the chimney. Pretty cool piece of history if you haven't been out here and you come to Calvary. And the lead mine's a bit further down next to the river. So we just passed the Gorges turn-off. The gorges are just in there, the inland ones, a couple of them. We'll come into Calvary, you're sort of going through this scrubby stuff, and you come up over a hill and bang, there it is, the blue ocean and the blue river. It's nice view. And then I'll get in there and see what I need to do with this back tyre if it is leaking. The gauge at the roadhouse, I put 40 pound in it. It's now measuring 30 with my gauge, so there could be some differences in the gauges. I have seen that big a difference before, especially on a roadhouse gauge that aren't that well looked after. But nice spot, Calvary, on the Murchison River. So we're at the Murchison settlement inland where the river sort of starts. This is where it comes out of the ocean. Do a circuit around the river. Centres, shops. In here somewhere too. Oh, there's a couple of splits. Bike in bits, getting a new, or getting a patched tube stuck back in. Had a pinch flat, so we've got to get this back in. Back tyres back on, fix the hole, just replace the air cleaner again. Now I'm just sticking everything back on and we will be ready to go in the morning. Rightio, so she's all back together and we're ready to hit the road again in the morning. So this is the official end to the trip. The rest is just a commute back to Perth, so just to wear the knobs off the tyres. So yep, probably see you in the morning. Might go for a ride later on, but we're just going to rest up, and I'll put this video together and see what comes out. Till tomorrow. Catch you later. Okay, full of fuel, just leaving Calvary. Just going to go and take a couple of pics. About 10 to 8 in the morning, not early. We'll hit the coast road. Red Bluff, Calvary. Looks like they're slowly ripping that park apart, rip down all the trees. What are they going to stick there? Oh, looks like units or latest house locations in Australia. This is an ancient volcano. As you can see, this is all lava flow here. About a 6-hour ride. 5.5, 6-hour ride. We're just going to probably take the coast road. Well, what we call the coast road, a little bit of coast. So that comes out right just near where I live.